What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekly analysis. Today is October 29th, 2023. Now, last week was a very exciting week because if you've watched my last videos from 2 weeks ago, coming up to this week, we see that price did exactly what we wanted it to do, or what we anticipated that it would do. Okay, so let's dive into it. We're on the weekly time frame of USDCAD. And we have this range. Okay, green box is a discount zone, red box is a premium zone. So this is our external range. Now within this range, price has been consolidating, and it's been from March 6th all the way until July 10th. It's been going down, and then the week of July 17th it started going up. Okay, so price tapped into this. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Okay, price tapped into this order block right here, and it respected it multiple times. Now after it respected this order block right here, order flow shifted in market structure and went higher. Okay, now we see right here that there's a lot of buy side, a lot of buy orders right here. We don't see any sell orders right here, so we need price to come back and rebalance this range. So if we measure it from here to here, our discount zone would be below this line right here, and price tapped below this discount zone and then continued going higher. So after price took out this candle's high, okay, with energy, our next drawn liquidity would be the closest liquidity, and in this case we have relatively equal highs right here, and price ran through that as well. So after it took this liquidity out, then our next liquidity would be this one right here, and price did exactly that. Now if we go down to the daily time frame, I did mention that, what are these? Why are these right here? Let me get rid of them. Okay, so I did mention in the last 2 weeks of my videos that since we were in this premium zone, before we took out this weekly external range buy side, I wanted to see price tap back into this discount zone of this daily range before it made its ultimate move to sweep buy side liquidity. Okay, and it's very exciting because understanding this and the market maker model, we can get an idea of what it is that price wants to do or is going to do in order to make its ultimate move. So coming back here to July, we see that there's this fair value gap right here on the daily time frame, which happens to align with the weekly time frame order block. That price rebalanced, retested multiple times, and then took off. Where is it going to after it took off? Well, it's clear that it's taking all of this buy side that's been left behind since this move lower. Okay, now in the last 2 weeks I did say that price was going to tap into this discount zone because price was expensive. It's going to tap into this discount zone where price is a little bit cheaper before it makes its ultimate move higher, and price did exactly that. Okay, so here's this range. Price took out all this liquidity, pulled back, corrected its move, rebalanced some of these imbalances right here, and took off. Took out this range high, and then ultimately took out this weekly range high. Okay, so that's what price did last week. Now coming into next week, what am I anticipating price to do? Well, clearly we're in a bullish market right now because after price balanced this daily imbalance right here and took off, all it's been doing from here is taking off, rebalancing, taking off, rebalancing, taking off, and then I can see price rebalancing and then ultimately take off one more time for it to take out this external range high. Okay, now this external range high has been made in October of 2022, so it's about time that we kick its ass. Okay, so this is just what I'm anticipating price to do. It's the most logical thing to do in my eyes. Okay, so I'm not anticipating price to go lower. I can see price, pulling back, rebalancing some of these imbalances, and then making its way higher, and ultimately taking out this range, this external range high. Okay, now, since it already took out this daily range high, already took out this weekly range high, the only other high that we have that has yet to be taken out is this high right here. Okay, this high right here. Now, this is exactly where I'm anticipating price to go. I would like to see price take out this high in the following week or 2 weeks, however long it takes for it to do that. Now, if price shows me an indication that it's shifting lower, then my bias would change into a bearish bias. But for now, on the higher time frames, my bias is bullish. There's no other reason for me to take short orders when we're in a clear bullish market, when draw on liquidity is very clear, which is this one right here. Since all of these have already been taken out, there is no point for me to take shorts. Okay, it's best to take entries with the order flow of the market. And if the order flow is telling me that price is bullish, then it's logical to me to only be looking for long positions. So on the lower time frames, like the 4-hour or the 1-hour time frame, I'm only going to be looking for setups that indicate a long position for me, a buy position. Okay, like for last week, for example, I took a trade on Thursday. It was on the 1-hour time frame, this one right here. Now, why did I take this trade? Okay, I'll tell you. This trade was taken during London session, the trading session. Okay, so it took out this daily high, and it was clear to me that price was reaching for this weekly buy side liquidity. So why would I take a short position right here after this daily buy side has been taken? It doesn't make sense to me because, one, I don't see a shift in market structure, and two, I already know that order flow, the market, is bullish because draw on liquidity is very, very clear. It's been going higher since July and sweeping all of the liquidity that's been resting up here. Okay, now our only logical trade entry in this situation would be to take a long position. Okay, so what did I do here in order to take this trade on Thursday? Well, Friday London session, because it was in the AM session, but the trade setup occurred Thursday, and that's where I placed my limit order position and went to sleep. Okay, so this is what happened. I see that with the market maker model, that price was consolidating, went lower, and then it shifted higher with energy. So after it shifted higher, I waited for a consolidating phase or a reaccumulation phase. And in this situation, the reaccumulation phase did happen. So here's the big move. Here's the large displacement move, and then we have a lot of consolidation right here. Then we have a little bit of a move right here, more consolidation right here, and then this move right here is what got my attention. Okay, so you see right here, price is a little choppy. No, it's been going up. No clear highs or no clear lows. So I don't want to take any entries between this range. So when I saw this range right here, okay, took my fib and I measured from the low to the high. Okay, where do I see this OTE? I see it resting right between this fair value gap right here. Keep in mind we're on the hourly time frame. So this fair value gap, our OTE levels line up with it perfectly. Okay? So I placed a long order right at this level right here, 380.35. At this level with my stops a little bit below this swing low. Where would my target be in this situation? Well, it's clear to me that since price already swept all of this liquidity right here, my only clear target would be to take out this weekly buy side liquidity right over here. So that's exactly where I placed my target, but I know that from experience, price is not only going to tap this weekly buy side and continue going lower. We have to keep in mind our external liquidity, which is up here. Okay, so with my fib, I put my profit target, my target at this level right here, right on this level, 38,712, and price hit that right to the point. Now, does this mean that price is going to go lower from here? Well, I'm not assuming it's going to go lower because I still have this range, this buy side liquidity up here that hasn't been swept yet. So my bias is still clear to the upside until price shows me that it's going to go lower. So if price were to go lower and my bias were to shift bearish, this is what I would want to look for. Okay, so we have this large displacement move right here, and this is the move that swept buy side liquidity. So in order for me to see a shift in market structure, I would need to see this low get swept through with energy, okay, with energy, in order to validate a shift in market structure. So if I were to see something like this, now, since let's make it a valid shift in market structure, so this one has to be swept. Now, if this leg gets swept with energy and a fair value gap is left behind, then this would be a indication to me that price is shifting lower. But I'm not anticipating to see that anytime soon, simply because of my higher time frame bias. Okay, we already know price finally broke out of this range. It did exactly what we anticipated it would do live on YouTube. So if you go back and watch the previous two videos, you'll see that we talked about this. We anticipated this exact movement to happen, and it did exactly that. Okay, we anticipated that price is going to pull back into this discount zone before it takes out this external range high, which in other words is the weekly buy side liquidity. Price did exactly that. So this is just very exciting to see it happen, to tape read it, analyze it, and anticipate it. And then you watch price do exactly what you anticipated it would do. It's very exciting. It's a step forward in this trading journey. It's a step forward in this trading journey. Okay, and the good thing about this is that we do this together live on YouTube. It's awesome. So here on the hourly time frame, I'm not anticipating price to go lower just yet because it still has this buy side that it hasn't swept, and I want to see this buy side get swept. Okay, now as far as next week's trading, I'm only going to be looking for buy positions. Oh, would you look at that, price just market just open. I'm only going to be looking for positions to go long. Don't mind what I'm doing. I'm just marking out this range to see what we have going on. Okay, so I don't want to pick a top in this situation since price has been going up this whole time. So I'm going to wait, let market give me some information, gather more data, more knowledge, and then see what price is telling me that it wants to do. If it's telling me that it's shifting lower, then I'm going to shift my bias and start looking for short entries. But right now, my higher time frame bias is still bullish. So from here, I could see price pull back, possibly tap into this order block or this fair value gap right here, and then continue going higher until it takes out this external range high. Okay, so this is exactly what I want to see, what I anticipate price to be doing next week or the following week after that. But until then, we just want to wait and see what price does, gather more information, and then trade accordingly from there. All right, so this is all we have for this week. It's a very short video, but I hope you found some value from this video. Now, if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. Please leave a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe. It would really help out the channel. Until then, I will see you guys next week to see what price did throughout the week. I'll talk to you guys later.